Your child just had the audition of their life. Months of hard work paid off in one magical moment where they did their best job in front of the world. They walked out with their head high. They were so proud. You could not have been prouder of them. And now you're waiting for a cast list. And you're waiting, and you're waiting, and you're waiting. And you're thinking, what can I do? How can I help? My poor child is stressed out because they want to find out what the cast list is and they're really nervous about it. And you really want to find out because you believe in your child. What can you do? What can you do? And that's when you have the idea. I know what I'll do. I'll pick up the phone and I'll reach out to the director. Before you do, we have to talk. My name is Hillary Klein-Renzi, and my students have performed on the biggest stages and been accepted to the top music and theater schools in the country. And I'm going to tell you right now, as a teacher, yes, but also as a parent of children in the arts, picking up the phone and reaching out to the directors is the single worst thing you can do on behalf of your child. I know. It seems so logical. You're gonna talk to them like adults, adult to adult. So what'd you think? How'd their audition go? Did they nail it? Like, you're gonna come up with that cast list soon? Like, how about now? You know, she's worked really hard, blah, 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 blah. Here's why this is a horrible idea. Many reasons that this is a horrible idea. Number one, what if it works? What if your insanely talented, hardworking child gets the part because you made the phone call? Guess what? You know that. You know that the reason they got the part was because you made the phone call. Which means that they did not get the part because they were insanely talented and hardworking. Number two, the child knows it. The child knows that you made that phone call. That the reason they got that part was not because they were hardworking and insanely talented, but because you reached out. So what was this wonderful, magical moment to be celebrated by all becomes something that you have stolen. You've cheated. I know that wasn't your intention, not your goal. Your goal was to advocate for your child. But now there's a question mark. You'll always wonder. That seed of doubt will fester. And they might get the fancy costumes and all the bright lights on that stage, but you'll always wonder, was it because of me? Or was it because of them? Did they earn it? And guess what? Everybody else will wonder too. I know you think that you're getting away with it because you're like, well, I'll just reach out. Nobody will know. Everybody knows. All the kids know who has a parent who's going to reach out to the director. They know it. So then that damages their relationships with each other. The kids on stage. All the parents know. The parents know which parents are going to reach out to the director and which ones aren't. So then that ruins your relationship with the other parents. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm doing it on behalf of my child. I believe in my child. Well, if you did believe in your child, then you would never feel the need to reach out to the director because you would believe in them so much that you would know that their hard work and insane amount of talent would win them that audition. You would have faith in them enough to not get involved because you don't need to get involved. I mean, as a parent, I don't want my kid to get a part because I said something. As a teacher, I don't want my kids to get parts because I said something. I mean, I'm a big name in this business. I could make a phone call and be like, I sure hope that you're giving my student a blah, 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 blah. I don't want that for them. I want them to earn that. I want them to know that they've earned that. I want them to know that I believe in them so much that I know that they can. That's what I want for them. And that is way better advocacy than any phone call I could make. I know it's hard. Gosh, is it hard? This business rips at your soul as a parent. And I know it seems like the right choice, but here are good ways. Here are better ways. better ways, much better ways to advocate for your child. Ready? They're in the arts, they're working hard. How do you advocate? Make sure that they have water. Yep, hydration. Hydration, it matters. Whether you're a singer, actor, dancer, hydration matters. Advocate for your child by making sure that they're eating healthy. Healthy. I'm not talking about weight. I'm not talking about any of that nonsense. I'm talking about healthy food. Food that fuels them. Greens, vegetables, protein, whatever they need, make sure they have it. Make sure that they're getting sleep. Make sure that they're getting fresh air. Make sure they're getting exercise. Those are 5 solid ways to advocate for your child. Make sure that you can get them to rehearsals 10 minutes beforehand. That's how you advocate for your child. Seriously, so they have time to breathe, so they have time to get their shoes on, get their music ready, have their pencil, have their water. That's how you advocate for them. Teach them that auditions happen at every single rehearsal. Every rehearsal. Every rehearsal. That moment backstage is your audition. That moment in rehearsal where you are listening respectfully to the director, that's an audition. The moment where you are following directions, that's your audition. When you're focusing, you're auditioning. When you are being kind and encouraging to the other students, that is your audition. When you see a student in the corner who's struggling on break and is upset about what just happened, and your kid goes up to that kid and says, "Is everything okay? Do you need a hug? Or do you just need somebody to listen? Do you need me to tell you how great you are?" That was your audition. Because if you don't think that the directors are looking at that, you got another thing coming. In these programs, like these music schools and these dance schools and these high schools, the audition is actually 2% of the decision about whether this student is going to get something or not. It's all the other times. If you want to advocate for your student, get them lessons. Surround them by experts in the field. Surround them by people that know stuff, know more than they do, are connected, and who believe in them. That's how you advocate for your child. I know it's hard. There's tons of unknowns. This is going to be one of a million auditions that they're going to do. But if you really want to advocate for your child, put down the phone and you walk over to your child and you tell them that no audition ever will determine their talent. That you don't need a cast list to tell you how fantastic they are. That our self-worth is not determined by whether we get the lead or not. That there's a lot of learning that goes on in the ensemble. A lot of learning that happens in the ensemble. Big opportunities start in the ensemble. That we will be strong no matter what. That this is 1 minute of one day of this cast list. If you want to advocate for your child, you give them a hug. And you find a space for them to practice. You find a keyboard for them to practice their scales on, their singing. You find them a bar to work on their ballet. You do whatever it takes to get that student, to get your extraordinarily talented, amazing child what they need. That is what you fight for. Don't pick up the phone. I know. We want to do everything that we can. Put the phone down and pick up your kid and tell them that you love them and that no cast list will ever change that.